Okay, I'm gonna clap us in.
Oh.
Oh my god, wait, is this the first other ginger we've had on?
The second ginger.
I know, we're making history today.
Oh my god. Iconic.
Okay,
iconic.
everybody, this is Queeries Pod episode 17.
Dang. Oh, girl. 17 already?
Mm-hmm. I just feel so seen when someone else has like...
Your emotional support water bottle?
Yeah, hydrate or dihydrate.
No, I'm pretty sure I taught you that phrase.
Yes. Mother. I was telling them you're like a big sister to me. I feel like that's I guess I don't necessarily need to attach a label to our connection.
No, but it definitely is like sibling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love.
Yeah, you've taught me a lot of lessons in a very like correct way.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what?
Of confidence.
Okay.
Self-deprecation, like losing that.
Yeah.
Girl, we almost lost a whole friendship over that.
You were terrible.
I'm trying to tell him.
Self-deprecating, where I was like, I cannot be your friend if you are going to continue to do this.
Yeah.
Because of like the self-sabotage was wild.
Unmatched.
Literally. I was like, we've got to stop.
Period. Well, I haven't even introduced her. But as you can tell, I love this woman. This is Kinlee Allen, everybody.
Hi! Super excited to be here today.
We are gathered, okay? We are gathered here today because Kinlee is in town for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And that is time for Thanksgiving. And we're doing that today on this channel.
Yes.
And we have all day because we've been with Kinlee this whole afternoon.
Yeah.
And it's been so much fun.
It's been lovely. It really has.
We had a little photo shoot. It was so cute.
It was lovely.
The artistry that you showed me was so amazing.
Did you enjoy it?
I loved it.
Okay.
You did such an amazing job.
Oh, thank you.
I literally felt like I didn't have to think about anything.
Yeah.
You were just like, I need you to do this.
Love.
Got it.
That's like
Don't
the
be
whole
mommy.
thing. Right. Yeah. Because it's like, especially when you're trying to capture intimacy.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be an elopement photographer. Let me start there. So when you're trying to capture intimacy, like the whole thing about elopements is, I'm going to say intimacy again, is you want it to be special. You want it to be just the two of you.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you want to capture that moment. So as the photographer, I have to make sure you're so comfortable with me and my presence while also sharing your deepest, darkest desires with the person that you love.
Yeah.
And so if I'm not there to hype you up, tell y'all that like, oh my God, that pose was so sexy. Like, who's going to? Like, and so I appreciate it, and I'm slowly trying to work on like who I am and like as a photographer and making sure like my clients have the best experience. And so,
well, highly recommend.
Thanks.
Do you have a business name yet?
Yeah, it's Kinlee J Photography. I have an Instagram and a Facebook. My website should launch in like February or March.
The idea itself is so amazing to me, but it's because I did never think about like destinations and like, doing a destination elopement. Like that whole concept literally baffled my brain for a second. I was like, oh yeah, you could just go to another country and get married with like one or two people.
And you don't have to, worry about your mother and who you're going to sit her next to. And, she can't mix with Meemaw and Meemaw can't talk to Uncle Dave. And like, why are you, it's supposed to be the best day of your life. Why are you worrying about that? Why are you worrying about, what food you're going to get catered when, okay, cool, spend that extra, $200 or whatever on a plane ticket or on an adventure that you can do that's intimate and with the person that you love.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. What if somebody wanted to get married on a zip line?
Honestly, that would be really cool, and I would totally be here for it. I don't necessarily know, like, I'm thinking logistically, that sounds like a nightmare. I mean, so the whole thing about behind elopements is you're not actually getting married. You're going to sign the documents at the courthouse. Yeah. Like it's the impact of the ceremony that really is what the elopement is all about. And so once again, making sure it is that like very intimate experience with your partner.
Yeah.
And that's really all I want to do.
Yeah.
So,
T, I know you do have a man's.
I do, which I never thought was literally ever going to happen.
You didn't have a man's when we were in college together.
I never had a man's. This is my first man's I've ever
Me too,
dated.
girl.
Yeah. Growing up, I was, and I think we've had conversations about this. I was so independent. I never needed anybody else. I was confident in who I was. And Chris, my partner, we have conversations about just how drastically different we were, because I wasn't even remotely interested in pursuing anybody until I was later high school or college.
Yeah.
The sex drive wasn't there. I was living my own life, and it was amazing.
She was in her fantasy.
I was living my dream, and I got to do that. And so and also, having parents in a failed relationship doesn't necessarily excite you to get married. But I also am behind the philosophy of you cannot love someone else until you completely love yourself. And so, correct. And so I knew up until probably like college, really when I went to go get my master's, I was like, I know who I am. I am 100% confident in myself. Yeah. Like, if the opportunity arises, great. If it doesn't, I am still going to be okay with me and my dog Bucket. We're going to travel the world. I was okay with this life, but I also could see this life happening.
Yeah.
And now it's meeting a person who just works with you in the best way possible and knows every dark, secret desire, embarrassing moment, and still accepts you for who you are and continues to love you every day. And you just get so overwhelmed sometimes. It's just like, oh my gosh, I love this person so much.
Yeah.
But then also the flip side of, I'm mad at you. How do I express this? Because I've never seen this type of communication before.
Healthy.
Yeah, correct. In a healthy manner. We're not escaping. We're not, just acting like nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
And because of his past and his experience and who his parents are, he very much is in tune to his emotions. He is logic first, emotion second. And for anyone that knows me, I am emotion first, logic second. So you haven't heard this story. It is the funniest story on the planet. Yeah. So we started dating, and this was 2 years ago. And I was living in another apartment complex for the summer. We had some wrestlers, some youth wrestlers there. I was doing my own thing, and I was roller skating outside in our courtyard.
Of course.
I get catcalled by a toddler. Correct. And I've never experienced that before. So I was traumatized. And then being the professional staff member that also is in charge of people that are catcalling you, I was in a whole weird headspace.
Yeah.
I was immediately distraught. I didn't ever want to go skate. It was terrible. And so I immediately call Chris and tell him what happened. And I'm distraught. My voice is terrible. I don't know what to do. His words, boys will be boys. I immediately hang up. I said, absolutely not. You will not say that phrase to me. So then I am who the hell am I dating? This is not the man for me. If that sentence even remotely. He did in fact. So I then go counsel all the sisters, and I'm this is what he says. They're you need to break up with him. So
Judy's?
Literally. So then I text him, hey, can I come over? Sure. So I am literally preparing the breakup speech on the way to his house. Yes. Oh because I was like, I have to know what I'm going to say or like I won't be able to do it.
Yeah.
So I go over there. I'm distraught. It's very interesting because you knowing me, you know that I can tell you exactly how I'm feeling and I can express it. With him,
it's so hard.
I'm like,
because you're so afraid of what could happen.
So afraid of what could happen.
Yeah.
And so I go through my spiel, and he is as calm as anything. And he's just like shaking his head, just listen. So then I finish, and I'm like, we need to break up. We need to break up. And so he was like, okay. He was like, I'm taking that all in. He goes, but could I finish my sentence? This man is a fucking saint. Like a saint. And I said, sure. What else could you have to say? So then he goes, are you okay?
Yeah. Just your laugh.
Oh, thanks. So then he goes, boys will be boys until they're taught better. Yeah. And I said, well, God fucking damn it, I feel like a piece of shit. And I was like, I couldn't even look at him. I was like, you're too good for me. I could not. And if that doesn't explain like who Chris is in a nutshell, like, and who I am in a nutshell. Like,
boys will be like, no.
No. We were telling Brandy that story, and she goes, you actually hung up the phone? I said, immediately. Why would I not?
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Love him.
But also like, wow.
No. Correct.
That's a lot to happen in one day. And
yeah.
Clock that T that he's a grounded man.
He really is. And like there's a lot of days where I'm like, can you just get mad at me? Just please. Like, I'm getting mad at you all the time.
It's a part of this ginger hair. Probably. You just kind of naturally like, like the hair just like
also being a Scorpio, like that does not add to the mix whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I literally immediately looked down because I was like, I remember you have a Scorpio tattoo.
Yes.
And all the other tattoos.
Yes.
We haven't even asked this question.
Let's do it.
Okay. This is the first query. Wait. No, it's not. We need you to identify your queerness.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I am a bisexual woman. And that, I know we have questions, but I'm going to bring up this topic. That was a point of conversation with Chris and I when we first started dating, because he's never been with a bisexual woman. And so we had to navigate the conversation of, okay, well, I'm a guy. What happens if a girl comes along that you fall in love with? What am I supposed to do? And I'm like, okay, so Chris, if another woman walks through that door, are you just going to fall in love with her? You're not going to like put boundaries in place. You're not going to like, oh, hey, I'm not going to get to know that person. And he was like, well, yeah, I guess.
He said, so let's just turn it around and let you hear what you just said to me. I love telling them what they just said.
Right.
And they're like,
so stupid.
Yeah. D.
But it is such a problem that I've noticed with straight men who date bi women. They are, one, either like obsessed and think that they're just going to have sex with like multiple women at the same time. Or they think, oh my God, my girl, my boyfriend, whomever is going to leave me for the opposite of what I am.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, I need you to be more confident in our relationship, because that's not happening.
You're not allowing trust to be built at all because you're afraid of something else that could happen down the line.
Right. And that like I've never shown any inkling towards. And so I squished that like a bug, and he was like, okay.
Yeah. And see, being polyamorous, it adds like that extra layer of like, please go do those things with other people. Like, please find love and be happy. Like if there's something that I'm not able to like gratify you in this moment, you need something that I can't give because I'm not able to be 100% me right now.
Yeah.
Because life sucks.
Yeah.
Like, go have that. Go enjoy that. Like, be yourself.
So
be free.
Like
autonomy.
Yeah. I obviously understand the I guess, like by definition, what polyamorous is. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I guess, what does that look like for you? You know?
Yeah. Well, I've not necessarily, I haven't had too much experience in active polyamory. I have another partner who is more of like a friend, like lover kind of situation now. But there's somebody else who I can go to, like if I need something, or like.
And when you say go to if you need something, is that like emotional needs? Is that like
it could be whatever kind of need I need from them.
Okay, I love
but
that.
Also, like, I'm not just going to them because I need something. I'm also going to them because I have a relationship that I maintain with them as well. But like, I know when I go see them, there are certain parts of me that they light up.
Oh,
and so like
I love that.
Ty is my anchor,
like that.
And so like Ty is the person I'll always come back to, and like the person who can ground me and like make me feel whole no matter what. And so like whenever I'm having a bad day, if I get to see Ty, I will instantly smile.
You know,
I'll be good. I'll be good.
I love that.
Whereas like I called my other person my spark because they lit up joy in me very quickly. So I like to if I give someone a label, it's more of a label of like what you intimately mean to me.
Yeah, I love that.
And I find it out through like time and conversation and like what speaks to me. Because I was just texting one day and I said it in a text message and I was like,
you said that's it.
That's it. That's what I'm calling you.
I love that. That's awesome. That's amazing.
And there are also like anchor is a polyamorous term as well. Ooh. So there are a lot of polyamorous definitions that like compersion. When I type compersion into a text keyboard, it does not show up.
I don't even. What is that?
So compersion is like. Which I might have Ty explain it a little bit more because he's more apt. You have to get close to a microphone. Come talk to me.
Oh yeah, I suppose compersion would be sort of like the sympathetic joy that you feel for a partner who's experiencing like new feelings with a person, or having like an emotional need met by like a adjacent partner.
Yeah.
So sort of like saying like, oh, you're more fulfilled with this person in your life, and since we don't claim any ownership over each other, like I want you to feel like the autonomy to share yourself physically, emotionally, however you feel is right with another person that you connect with, so compersion is just sort of that, like I see it as like the opposite of a jealousy, and in a way of like,
I was just about to ask, I was like, jealousy. How the hell. Okay, so it starts as jealousy.
Learned it real quick.
Right, yeah.
Because it's not just like you said, Granny K said, you're not prepared. Like you can't prepare for something until you literally have it happen.
Right.
I had a situation happen where I felt this like deep, like burning gut sensation. And it was like, sometimes this feels as like extreme jealousy, but like it doesn't feel like that because I don't feel jealous. I just like, it feels like I'm jealous. And then in the car with my spark, we were talking on the way back from this trip where it happened, where I felt it. And they were like, have you heard of compersion? And like Ty and I had talked about compersion before, but I don't think I'd necessarily gotten that feeling. And then I like was able to label it. And
then you were like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. No, for sure.
And it's natural, especially when like a new relationship is introduced and new dynamics are being figured out. That can always be a process. So, there's always going to be a mix of emotions there. But.
Yeah.
I love that.
I think of compersion as like my simple definition is I like your happiness for your happiness. And whatever that looks like, I'm going to be happy for you in it. Back again. Any follow-up questions?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay, period.
Yeah. So I think we can go to the questions now.
Good. Okay. Where do you think your current foundations come from? And what have you unlearned and moved away from?
Oh, shit. Can I need to read it. Yeah. Sorry.
No, that's okay. I'm very similar. I like to read.
My current foundation. Okay, let me ask a clarifying question. Foundations, are you talking values? Are you talking like what do you mean?
When you say I am Kinlee to yourself, what does that mean to you?
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, it's a hard question. Yeah. But I know you love a good hard question.
I love a good reflection also. And I think it's a fitting time that I'm here, we're doing this now, and we're asking these questions because I'm in a moment of transition. Yeah. And so I've been a resident director working in higher education for like 6 years now. And I'm realizing that chapter is closing.
Yeah.
And not I love it. I love my students so much. And I still want to do it, but I'm now changing into this businesswoman who is trying to make some monies and really set myself up for success and for the future. And so when I think of Kinlee, I still think confident woman. But I also think I thought when we met that I was really good with my emotions and that I was able to have conversations about them. And now that I'm in an entirely new relationship, I've realized that, like, oh my God, I actually didn't know how to communicate. And like, it's just completely different, a friendship versus a lover. And like, I feel like not everyone gets to experience that. And so I'm also extremely thankful. And something that I am trying to do, living in chat, just like OKC, we have a very distinct homeless population. And so I think Kinlee is also an advocate. And so for my birthday, I got to make these like homeless kits, and I had all my friends come over, and we like made beanies and like socks, and we got like hot hands for them, and then we like just made all of these bags so that I could give them out. And like, I feel like at the core, that is who Kinlee is. I am a helper. I don't ever want anyone to be left behind, like, ever. That is not who I am. You are always invited to the table, no matter who you are. We can have a conversation. We can sit down. I'm never going to attack you for what you believe. Like, that is who you are as a person. We can have different opinions, but I'm never going to say like, oh my God, you're a piece of shit. Like, go die. That's crazy. And I also would say that—
I said that yesterday.
Wild. I also would say that at my core, I am bubbly and positive.
We both have had strong evolutions since we've like met and been around each other more again. Because it's not like we're seeing each other all the time, but I feel like we're at that point in friendship where like it doesn't matter how long we've been apart. When we get back together, it's
just like old times.
Yes.
Yeah. Love.
Those are my favorite.
No, same.
My favorite relationships.
Yeah.
But it's one of those, like, we have grown so much, and like just the way that we articulate ourselves and the way we are with each other, like I don't know. I just feel like we're sitting here and we're like extra bad bitches. We were bad bitches in college.
Right. But it's like, I've had this thought like pop up the last couple of months, I would say, maybe, of how so many people place this emphasis on like your early 20s are the best years of your life. No, they're not. Like, they're the worst.
They're pretty rough.
They're the worst. And not that like late 20s is like great, that much better. But I think just as you age, you learn, you unlearn, and you relearn, just like my motto. And I'm just like, every day is a new experience. And like, we can't ever have ourselves like defined as, okay, these are the amazing years, because I'm realizing after every year, yes, we have terrible years. But
they do happen.
Right. But it's just like looking back on it, the growth that you can see.
You have to, like, life has to suck in order for you to be like, I come out on the other side stronger.
Right.
I've always called trauma a superpower, and like any kind of mental situation, like, you can turn it into a superpower.
Right. Because
that just means your brain is built different, which means it's not, I almost said heteronormative, neurotypical. There we go.
Right. Well, and then I'm teaching this, not teaching this concept. It's not like I came up with it or anything. The fixed mindset versus growth mindset.
Yes.
Like, you have to have a growth mindset in order to really get anywhere in life. Just how important it is to have the growth mindset instead of the fixed mindset, and that like you are only going to get better if you reflect. And if you listen, because your friends are going to tell you some things and you're going to be like, no, that's not what I do. And then you're going to reflect and you're going to be like, oh, so I might get a little hot-headed sometimes. Oh, so I might yell at people in the hallway. Oh, what?
I thought I whispered.
and I just like, that's the most important part, truly, is like that reflection piece. For me, I definitely think it's like making sure that I am staying up in my like activist side. Because I think we can get so trapped in our day-to-day lives that it's always me.
Yeah.
When, you know, as an activist, as an ally, you have to be for everybody and like for all. And, you know, our conversation about, you know, the microaggressions and like having those conversations and educating people. Granny and I had this conversation the other day of like, every single person is biased, no matter what.
That part.
You're never not going to be.
That
like,
part.
That is what humans are. And we can't say, oh, I'm not biased. That's just not what it is.
Yeah.
It's when the thought comes into your head, what do you do? Do you say, wow, that is actually crazy. Like, I cannot believe that just popped into my head. And like, why would I ever think that? And you move away from it or you act on it. And that is when you get into trouble.
Stirred.
Right, exactly. And so I feel like just relearning that aspect and to make sure I'm staying on top of the education and not, you know, relying on people of color or other queer people or, you know, Latinx folks to tell me about their experience. I need to make sure I'm doing the due diligence so that me as a white female, I can then be in those spaces and advocate and hopefully bring those folks to spaces.
Use your privilege properly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, because we can't get rid of what we have.
No,
we can just use what we have to like help other people.
Right. And I think for the longest time, especially like in college, when I feel like we were really I would say I was like my like start, I guess you would say, of maybe like my political like views. And I think that's for most when you go to college.
Well, and like we had COVID.
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter.
Right.
Me Too movement.
Yeah.
Like we had a lot happening while we were in college.
Right. Right. And so I'm learning like how to run a business.
Yeah.
That has been the most fun thing in the whole wide world. And learning like marketing things and like, I don't know, like I learned about a client avatar. Had no idea what that was. I have all clients. I'll give you a debrief on client avatars.
The client avatars. Is it like your me you make on your Wii?
No. So I thought that first. Basically, brief rundown of a client avatar is when you have a business, you create your ideal client. That is your client avatar. Oh. Now, when you say create ideal client, it's not just, oh, I want, 25 to 27-year-olds who, for instance, want to elope in different countries.
Yeah.
My client avatar is Chandler and Simone, and they live in Chicago. Chandler is a nurse practitioner, and like it is a detailed. This is what they want. This is why they're going to you. These are what their fears are, so that when you do your marketing, you basically are like, I'm targeting Sam and Alex right now. And all of your words are like, this is what's going to bring Sam and Alex to me because they're your ideal clients. But yeah, I mean, I really am going to deep dive on that unlearned because I think that needs to take some time. I know that there's stuff there.
Yeah.
And I feel it's hit me. One thing that I've unlearned is the toxic, I don't want to say standard, but that's really the only word that's coming into my head of when it comes to relationships and like
the toxic standard.
Yeah, the toxic standard of when you aren't happy, like you can't leave. You know what I mean? And I think my mom, I knew, she told me when I was
I see.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
generational issue of like that generation being very specific on I can't leave because I've devoted myself and like
or like my kids aren't of age because
it would look bad for me or for them, or yes, like this like high and mighty, like it's very high and mighty, holier than thou, as I was raised to say.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, I see where you're at now.
Right.
I've
and so my mom, when I was in high school at some point in time, literally like pulled up long story, got the DUI, right? And then I would have to take her to go collect her car in the morning after she Ubered home from drinking. And one day she takes me to this address and I'm like, whose house is this? And she looks me dead in the face and goes, it's my boyfriend's. I'm sorry. What? You're still married. You have a husband at home and 4 kids.
Yeah.
What is this? And then having the conversation with her of like, I'm only staying in this relationship until, my youngest sibling turns 18, or, I'm only staying in this because of blah, blah, blah. That is something that I am like, absolutely no way.
Yeah.
There is no way anyone, because as a child, I knew when my parents stopped falling in love with one another and then they just stopped communicating.
Yeah.
So what's the point in sticking together when we knew the ultimate, you all wanted to be separated? Life probably would have been a lot better.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't understand. And
we'd rather you be happy. Because then we'll be happier.
Correct.
Isn't that crazy?
Correct. Right.
Literally, they create our environments as children.
Right.
And so if they don't create an environment where we feel that love is actually present, what are we supposed to do as adults?
Correct.
What environment am I going to want to be around?
It's not even a want. It's a what environment do I know?
Yeah.
And then it's like you can't escape it. And then that's where the generational curse comes in. And then it takes what I feel like our generation plus like Gen X, and is it Gen Alpha that's after that? I can't remember.
Alpha's under Gen Z.
Oh, Gen Z,
right?
I don't know. Our age and younger. But I feel like after the millennials, I guess, there's been a giant shift in breaking that generational trauma of like, no, I'm no longer going to do this. And I think it's extremely powerful, and I'm excited to see what, the next couple of generations of
cycle breakers.
Right. Yeah. And what that means, not only for like them and their family, but like us as a country.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. We're getting there. Oh my God. I've been saying big potty. Like when someone has to go to the bathroom.
What?
I've been saying go piss girl, but go piss girl is gendered. And I've been trying to get away from gendered terms.
Love.
Just so that way, like, I don't say it.
Doesn't become a habit.
It just rolls off the tongue, and sometimes it's not a girl, or it's a non-binary person who's like, doesn't want to be called that.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm like, oh shit, sorry, natural.
So now you go big potty?
I said go big potty.
I love that.
Yeah, I heard Trixie say it on a live stream.
Love Trixie. Oh my God.
I was like, I'm stealing that.
No, I will
go big potty.
I will steal that today.
I'm like, is piss little potty? But I'm like,
no, big potty.
Big potty for all of it.
Go big potty.
I'm just gonna go big potty. Because
I'm
a big boy, I'm gonna go big potty.
Right.
Okay. So let's talk about the good old days from whenever we first met. Oh my gosh, we should talk about our perspectives of the first day of RA training. I'm
trying to rack my brain on like what that day looked like.
I remember pulling up.
Okay.
And unloading my stuff.
Yeah.
Into my room.
Yeah. I remember seeing Claire's boyfriend, thinking that he was a potential RA. Yeah, Nathan. Now husband and wife. Yeah, now husband and wife. Period. Literally the cutest woman on the planet. Oh my God.
I miss Claire. Her voice comes into my head every now and then, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, no, I remember moving in.
Her cutting that fucking mattress topper in half.
Crazy. Then I really don't remember much of training other than we had to cook meals. And I remember us cooking our meal together.
It was really
And we had the best time, I would say, out of all of the staffs. We instantly clicked. We all loved music. And I feel like that's what we all loved music, and I feel like that's what originally made us all click. And then we all just had really fun personalities.
Yeah.
But I don't remember actually like my first impression of you. I don't remember. What I do remember of us, you know, chit-chatting, because a group of us got so close, and we really, you know, leaned on each other and we supported one another. And I remember, because we were so close, one, I mean, like, when you live in a residence hall that is a shoebox of a space.
Yes.
You're sharing a bathroom with like 50 people. You don't want to be in your bedroom. And so, you know, you, me, Kate, Joe, Joey, or several of us that every night we were hanging out together. And, you know, I feel like we ended up having really deep conversations. We always had super deep conversations. Correct. And you were never scared to talk about how you were feeling. I was never scared to talk about how you how you were feeling. I was feeling. And so we would often, and I also feel like once we recognized we kind of came from the same background of family, also we bonded over being from Coweta and my mom living in Coweta. Yep. And so and being gingers. And so I just remember, like, there were just a ton of nights of just deep conversations. And
smash.
I want to talk about like self-deprecation, because that was such a huge thing when we met. And
it's a completely different person.
No, I don't even associate you crazy. As that individual. I can't even recall that individual now, but I just remember like being around you was so heavy. It was so heavy. And you, quite frankly, had a way about you to really bring a room down. It was, it truly was. You were so opposite. You were self-sabotaging yourself. You were complaining about everything. And so I was like, Slayde, we cannot do this anymore. And I feel like that's when we had the conversation of like, if you want to continue being my friend, your mental health has to change.
Yeah.
It has to.
Yeah.
Has to.
Yeah. I remember us driving in your Hyundai. And it being dark. I remember going by the, what's now like a esports building.
Oh yeah.
And I just remember that conversation and being like, this is the moment. Like, this is a moment where I have to like, I'm listening because I love listening. So it was very quick for me to be like, I have to change. Like, this is,
well, I'm being told. No one had ever said anything.
No.
And that's why me as a person, like, literally, I had to do it with my supervisor the other day. We talk about each other to one another and not to the person. I'm not that type of person. If I hear 5 people talking shit about a person, okay, I'm going to go talk to them and tell them that they need to fix themselves. Like, that's what's up.
Period. Like, and I've seen it in action.
Right. And it's not like, there's literally my boss at work, she was struggling so much and like hated her supervisor and basically checked out. And she's over RA training. Okay.
Oh, which correct. Is incredibly detailed.
Incredibly important. So it's a shit show the entire time. All of my coworkers, all of my supervisors are talking about, this person has completely checked out. They're no longer doing their job. I said, have you talked to them about it? Well, no, they're already checked out. No, that's not how I roll. Me also being really close to this person, I was like, I'm not only coming to you as like a super or a whatever employee, a coworker or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm also coming to you as a friend. I was like, you need to get your shit together. That's what I said.
Yeah.
I said, you've checked out. You are no longer here. And I was like, you're still in this job. You're still my supervisor. People are talking shit. I need you to get it together.
Yeah.
And she was just like, obviously she got very emotional and was just like, oh my God, like, I hate it here. And I was like, I get you hate it here.
Yeah.
I get it. But you also need to do your job.
Yeah.
And you cannot just check out.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was another one of those moments where it's just like, you have so many people saying all of it, but no one, quite frankly, like, everyone's scared
to
tell that person. And the way that I see it, it's once again the growth mindset. If you don't know something you need to work on, it's never going to get fixed.
Exactly.
It's never.
And that's basically like how I realized also that like if no one tells me I'm doing something wrong, I literally like don't know because I wasn't
correct. You can't read their minds.
No, and I shouldn't be expected to read someone's mind.
No.
I would love to.
Right.
I've tried many times.
It would be fantastic.
It would be great.
The world would be so much better.
Potentially.
Correct.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, in the wrong hands. Never mind.
But
we digress.
But I just learn so much better when somebody is like actually trying to meet me where I'm at.
Yes.
And like it's hard for people, and I've often found it to be hard for people to like actually like be able to, and I'm like, but I can meet you wherever you need me to. But I can't.
And they can't, right?
No, and it happens throughout my entire life, and like you met me where I was, and you were like, this is what you need to hear, and it was exactly what I needed to hear, because I think I started therapy shortly after that. Yeah. That was the journey that started everything, because I actually got someone else to like recognize like I
have gone through shit.
Yeah. Because that was after I had come out, so I started to at least like start that process.
Yeah. Oh gosh. I forgot you hadn't even come out yet. Yeah. That was also so much animosity, like because you didn't know who you were.
Yeah, I came out that summer before RA training. Like during RA training was the first time I'd ever lived as a queer person.
That's wild.
Yeah. No, when I showed up to RA training as authentic as possible, that's all I knew how to do. I was trying. That's why I like had a smile on my face, but still like what came out of my mouth was necessarily the most positive.
That's okay.
It was for a little bit.
Well, it's okay now.
It's okay now.
We've grown.
We grow. That's the point, everybody. I think about that often, because anytime I doubt myself, I'm like, what would Kinlee tell me? Or what did she say?
Stop! That's going to make me cry.
Because if I think a self-deprecating thought, I'm like, I'm hurting Kinlee.
See, but like also, if everyone thought that way of like, I'm hurting my closest friend, like, we wouldn't hurt ourselves.
Yeah, and that I'm like,
that's a good mindset to have.
Well, because I often think about others before I think about myself.
Yeah, we all. But no, actually, we don't. Only the few of us people pleasers.
But like that is like a workaround for me, is to think like, if I think this ill of myself, how am I treating other people, or how would my best friend hear that and be like, oh my God,
like you're saying that to yourself?
You think you think I'm gonna be right here next to that? Like, if you were that, I wouldn't be here. And I need people to clock into that. Like, if you're self-deprecating and you have great people around you,
you're gonna lose them if you continue.
Yeah, because they won't stick around whenever you're just sitting there in the mud,
sucking the soul out of them.
Yeah, they try, because like they can only do so much.
Right.
Because they're also battling.
But then once again, if they never say anything, how is that person getting growth?
Yeah, there's like that gap, like there's a gap that just you can reach over it. You can mend this gap.
And then the thing is, so it's something that I see with my residents, because I have to mediate so many conversations, and it is this like massive fear of just the word mediation in and of itself. And they're like, I don't want to confront anyone. I don't want anyone to know that I have any issues. Okay, well then bitch, stop complaining. If you are not going to do anything to fix it, stop. And I've had to have the conversation within the last month, at least 4 different roommate groups of we are not attacking you as an individual. We are not necessarily liking your actions.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. It is not, we hate you as an individual. None of that. And it's been so interesting to see like the mind shift change that happens. And when it's like we were talking about mediations earlier, you talk about it separately, and then you bring everyone together to figure out a solution. There's no heightened emotions. There's not going to be, oh, he said, she said, pointing, this or that. Or I had a girl like stand up during a mediation. I said, sit down. Like, that's not happening.
You're dramatic.
Literally, and it's just like, I just hate that people have such a negative context to mediation, confrontation, because that is the only way we get better as humans.
Yeah, as if we know.
And it's why also do we got to take everything so personal?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
the last thing I want to talk about is what grand adventures you have in store for you next.
Well, I think the biggest thing is my business. And because my background and because I've been so fortunate enough to have lived in 4 different countries in my 28 years, and being fluent in English, Spanish, and Italian, I want to take.
I'll talk that tea.
Yeah, I got you. But with my business and finding the love of my life and realizing that people also have found the love of their life and want to express it, and the idea of that ugly giant wedding where you're trying to appease everyone. And so my idea is really curating an entire elopement and honeymoon for folks that just want it to be between them. They want a destination elopement, whether that be 2 hours from their house, whether that be 12 hours from their house, whether that be, a 24-hour plane ride away, wherever it might be. My whole goal is to get to know a couple, and I want to get to know them, like, when I say on like such a deep level, like, I don't necessarily want them to think that like I'm a third in their relationship, but like we went back, taking it back to what we talked about earlier is I have to know you and you have to be comfortable with me in order for me to get the shots when you're exposing yourself at like your most vulnerable moments,
I was naked in public.
Emotionally. And so with this business, I want to also tie in the elopement, tie in, creating this amazing adventure for these folks. But also, I want to emphasize a cultural experience. That is my whole goal. And I am excited to see where it goes. And kind of what this new adventure brings and all the different types of people and places that I'll get to go. And I'm incredibly grateful for the opportunity. And Chris and I have been talking about how like I don't feel stressed because I have the secure actual job that pays my bills. So I can risk this all, but I'm not actually risking anything. You know what I mean? And so I'm excited to like take the step and kind of see, because I know that higher ed isn't my entire journey. I've known that since I started. That's why I didn't get my master's in higher education and why I went the human relations route, because I just wanted to know more about people and who they are like at their core. And so I'm excited to put all of my like crisis management, problem solving, cultural language, everything into this entire business and not just take photographs. You know what I mean? And so I'm really excited to see what happens.
She said, I'm trying to make sure I got a good thing to give a fee for. That part. That sounds really cool. I literally, we will book you.
Please.
We'll let you know.
I would love.
Where we've talked about how marriage would work between us. Because we don't necessarily believe in like the like construct. I guess Ty doesn't necessarily believe in the construct of marriage, like being something that's needed. Correct? Yes. Whereas like I see it as like a tradition and like a positive thing that I would like, but like don't need.
More like the
tax benefit.
Okay, so actually, I found out the tax benefits aren't that great.
No.
So, lies. I feel like, and that's why I like elopements, because you're not like actually getting, government official marriage.
Yeah.
It is the
tying of like actual bond.
Right. It's the bond. It's the expressing of love. It's we're committing ourselves to each other for the rest of our lives, whether that is me to Ty, me, Slayde and Ty, however many people. Yeah. It's just the significance, the symbolism of it, of like, we're going to be one from this moment forward. And I think that's why I love it, and why my whole target is to hit a variety of demographics of folks. Yeah. Because I want to hit queer. Oh God. I want to work. I want to hit queer.
Lifting people up and like bringing them to where they can feel that love that society doesn't necessarily always give them.
Right.
When I'm trying to like, there's like a vision in my head of what I want to say. But like you've never belonged somewhere, like you've never felt like it was a correct thing that you're supposed to or allowed to do.
Yeah.
Like gay marriage, very easy example. Yeah. Like they're constantly trying to threaten it, to take it away.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily something that should be government. Like that's not none of their business whether or not I'm married to a man or a woman or a non-binary individual.
Right.
Like it's none of their business, but they've made it so much of their business that like now it feels like a place where I don't belong.
Right.
And so it's like, what I'm hearing from you is you want to make sure that you have an environment where people feel like they can belong.
I want to reclaim it. Yes, I want to reclaim it as their space, their moment, solely for them and their love.
Yeah.
Not worrying about, I think of my best friend and a trans woman, and how if she was to ever get married, she's already like in constant anxiety about who's going to talk to her, what side of the family will be there. You know what I mean? And so it's like the pressure, and like, I feel like so many people, whether queer or not, whether they have, a great family or they're distant, there's so much anxiety that goes into planning a wedding that like doesn't need to be there. And the goal of a wedding is to celebrate love. Why would you stress about that? Yeah. Let someone handle it.
See?
And just say, hey, we want to get married. Here's what we like to do, make our day special. That's what I want to do.
Yeah. Make sure there's time for me to get in my zhuzh.
Correct. And say, hey, I want to, do some sort of activity. Great, let's do it.
Oh my God, that'd be so cute to do like some wild adventure in the morning and then get married like at sunset in some destination area. That would be so cool.
So I appreciate you, giving the space to talk about it, but also just, I love hanging out with you.
Yeah.
I'm so excited that we get to hang out. So
same. If there has to be a podcast for the excuse to hang out, which I know there doesn't. But I will gladly always have you on.
Period.
Because I love my Judy. Oh my goodness. It's been such a treat to get to see you today.
It's been lovely. And we haven't spent this much time together in a very long time.
In ages. Since college. Like since before you moved out.
Right.
Oh, I remember.
That was such a sad day.
It was so hard.
I talked to Chris about my bucket list that I made for UCO, and we like walked. We drove by the fountain, and I was like, I jumped in that fountain.
Oh,
it was so cute.
Oh my gosh.
But I think I have to skedaddle.
Yes.
Onto my next location.
Because she's booked and blessed, everybody.
I have to pee first.
Okay.
Look, I didn't get any structure to this, okay?
Well, everybody, thank you so much for watching. This has been another episode of Queeries Pod. I've been Slayde.
I have to pee.
That's Kinlee. And I'm super, super thankful that you were able to come on today and just getting to see you and like getting to see your art and then be able to do mine back. We've exchanged arts today.
I love that, actually.
Like real sisters. So cool. Like real sisters. Ding. Okay, go piss girl. Okay. Go big potty.
Yeah, big potty.
Go big potty. You all go big potty at home too. Big potty, big potty, big potty.
I love